Did you know that there are two different ways to build an agency? This goes for pretty much all agencies, and SMMA agencies, AI automation agencies, B2B lead gen agencies, email marketing agencies. And it's extremely crucial and important for your success to know what path you are gonna go down into to ensure that you actually build a good agency. In this video, I'm gonna go through two different paths of building an agency and two different ways to actually structure your agency. And with this, you are able to actually build a really profitable agency. You're able to scale it to 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 a month. If you don't understand this, you will just burn the agency really easily. So if you hop on the whiteboard of truth, here we have our first path. So our first path is pretty much building a so-called productized agency. And this is the most common path that people know about. And pretty much the idea of this agency is to build productized manufacturing line. A client comes in, everything happens smoothly, everything happens in the correct order. You have team members. You build almost like a product from your physical service. The way you scale this agency is you scale your revenue by the number of clients. So the more clients you have, the more revenue you also make. And in most cases, these agencies, usually they operate on a really basic style. So maybe a $2,000 a month service that you sell. It can be lead generation, it can be Facebook ads, it can be email marketing. And then you pretty much scale by just getting a bunch of clients. You would have 12 or maybe even 24 different clients paying you $2,000 a month, and you would have a big team handling this. People always think, okay, I'm gonna scale this by just getting more clients and I'm gonna stack 10, 15 clients. But the main thing to understand about this, it has a lot of different pros and cons. So the pros of building a productized agency is that you probably have more freedom and less work after you have set it all up, after you have the team built, after you have all the processes, after everything is dialed in. It's more predictable because let's say you have 25 clients or 20 clients or 10 clients. Even if one drops, it's not gonna be as big of a deal. You only lose 10% of your revenue. Also by building this, because you need to build a fairly big team, you gain really great team building, hiring and training skills. And also an agency like this builds more enterprise value. The big thing with agencies is usually not many agencies can be sold because if someone buys it, they obviously need to be able to operate the agencies. If you systemize it really well, if you have good operations, if you have a good team, then it can be sold and someone else can manage it. So those are the pros of running this business model. But the big cons of building an agency like this is that you have smaller profit margins by a lot. You have worse client results because obviously if you have 20, 25 clients, it's going to be really hard to get good results for all of them. There's also a lot of headaches from management and volume. If you have a 10-person team and 20 different clients, that's a lot of headaches and you're going to just be putting out fires every single day. It also takes a long time to set up, usually years to build this stuff. I was just talking to a friend who built an agency. They are doing 1.2 million a year. They have gone the productized agency route and they have been building it for 5 years. And now after 5 years, they have been able to remove themselves from the business. You need to constantly acquire new clients due to a high churn rate. Obviously, if you have 20 clients, 25 clients, 30 clients, you're going to have a lot of churn. You're going to get worse results. The clients are not going to be as happy. So you need to always be getting new clients every single month. And also the reason for high churn is you are really replaceable. In most cases, operating in a commodized business model. Because obviously if you deliver one service to 20 people, it can't be super complex. It might be Facebook advertising. It might be email marketing. It might be lead generation. With 20 clients, you can't go that deep into your service delivery. You can't build an amazing service, an amazing offer. You can only do one thing if you want to do it well. So here's a really common setup of what a productized agency would look like. Obviously, this example is written based on a B2B lead generation agency, so an agency who would deliver B2B lead gen, but this can be translated to anything else. It could be translated for social media marketing, so doing Facebook ads, email marketing, copywriting, whatever. Here we pretty much have all the different activities or responsibilities that a productized agency would have. Here, obviously, we are going to start from just acquiring clients. So first we would have our client acquisition process. So we would have a lead scraper. Obviously, you can acquire clients through paid advertising, cold calling. So on cold email side, you would have a lead scraper. You would have to pay them at least $1,000 a month. You would have a domain setup assistant that would be $1,000 a month. You don't want to pay them too little because otherwise you are going to get even worse service. Then you would have a cold email copywriter. With 2.5K, you won't really get a good copywriter. If you would want to actually someone good with good skills, it would be at least 5,000. You would have campaign managers. That's $1,000 a month. The campaign manager can't really manage more than 5 campaigns. So you would have to have one for 5 clients. You would have an inbox manager, someone who would reply to the emails and actually book the meetings in. That would be $1,000 a month. And same thing as with the campaign manager, 1 per 5 different clients. You would have a closer. Usually you would pay a closer if you only have them on commission, like 10% of revenue, 15% of revenue. You won't really get a good sales guy if they are making less than $5,000 a month. Then you would need an account manager, so someone who just takes care of all the clients and someone who just pretty much talks to the clients. Then obviously you need to also fulfill. You would have to do domain setups, you already have the tech assistant, you'd have to do cold email copywriting, you already have the copywriter, you would have to do lead scraping, you already have the lead scraper, inbox management, you already have the inbox managers, campaign management, you already have campaign managers, strategy would be done by the cold email copywriter 100%, and account management, you already have the account manager. So when you have these people in place, this won't really get you that many extra costs. Once again, keep in mind that this is for a B2B lead generation agency, but let's say that this would be a Facebook ad agency. Then you would have like a media buyer, you would have a copywriter, you would have someone doing creative, or maybe you'd be running an email marketing agency. Then you would have copywriters again, flow creators, Klaviyo setups, etc. Then also you have your operations. With like really lean operations, you would have accounting. Accounting would probably be done by an outsourced accountant plus a virtual assistant to just handle all the receipts and all the bookkeeping. And then you would have to do systems and automations and hiring and training. And in most cases, you would have a chief operating officer or some kind of an operator here. That's like really $5,000 a month. Also, the reason why you want to have a good operator is if you run an operation this big and you don't really want to work that much yourself, you need to have a good operator. Like operator is pretty much the heart of this whole business. And then you would of course have like business development. So marketing operations, sales setters, changing the website, doing social media content. That would probably be a head of marketing, $3,000 a month. You would have product optimizations that would be done by the chief operating officer. And then the whole strategy of the business would probably be done by you. You could hire another CEO, but that's going to be so expensive. And with this setup, you probably would be working 3-4 hours a week. A lot of people look at this and you're like, this is why I want to build an agent. I just want to travel. I don't want to work. But when we go to the actual financials of this setup, if you were doing $50,000 a month with your agency, your team costs alone would be $31,000 a month. And then your software costs would be $5,000 a month. 25 clients for lead gen. Your profit on this would be $14,000 a month pre-tax. But the thing you need to realize is that building this infrastructure to get to like $50,000 a month, it would at least take you like 3 years to get to this. That's great, but it's not the dream, at least in my opinion. But then we have our path 2. When you are running a done-for-you service-based business like an agency, the whole point of that business is to make you money, get you out of the survival state and get you really good skills in sales and marketing and building a business and just getting good case studies and results. Because with an expert leverage agency, you don't scale it by getting more clients. You scale it by delivering more value and making your clients worth more. So here we have clients and here we have revenue. Your revenue isn't tied to the number of clients. It's tied to the amount of value you can deliver. So for example, let's say you would have 3 clients here. One client is paying you $3,000 a month. One client is paying you $5,000 a month. And then one client is paying you $4,000 a month. And then if you would want to scale, for example, to 20, you would just focus on figuring out, okay, how can I deliver these companies more value? And you're just focused on client results and just become an expert at scaling these specific types of companies in your niche. So you're able to charge them way more money. This business model can also be automated like you would automate the product as service. It's just going to take more effort. So obviously there's some pros and cons to this. The pros of running expert leveraged agency and scaling it vertically is you have high profit, you have better client results and case studies. It also builds marketing and sales skills. You actually become a really good marketer. There's no need to manage or train a huge team, and there's no need to constantly acquire new clients because you're going to be hard to replace. When you're running this business in this model, you're just focusing, okay, what stuff can I do for this client to make them the most amount of money? You're probably doing lead gen for them. You're helping them with their offer creation. You're helping with their sales or their funnels, their paid advertising. So you're going to be really hard to replace because there's not many companies who go into that depth because they don't care about client results. And also it's fairly quick to set up and get into a good stage because you don't need to build a huge team. The cons are there's more work for you. In the beginning, it's probably going to be 40, 50 hours a week. As you're able to build better processes, still you probably have to work every day or every other day when you have scaled it up. It's more risky due to high client values. Obviously, your clients don't really disappear because you're going to be really hard to replace. But let's say you have 5 clients and each one of them is paying you $10,000 a month. If you lose one client, that's 20% of your revenue. Obviously, you're going to have better case studies. You're going to get a new client really fast, but still some people don't really like that risk. Also, the last con is that it's not really for dorks or geeks because you need to become a chat growth marketer to really pull this off. So if you're just a dork, you can't really make that happen. So pretty much what the structure here would look like, you would first have once again your client acquisition. You would probably have a lead scraper because those are like fairly easy to hire and you don't need any crazy good lead scraper full time for you because you are not going to be scraping that many leads. Probably paying them around 5,000 euros a month. Then for domain setups, you wouldn't have a tech assistant, but you would have an executive assistant. So someone who pretty much just helps you with everything in your business. But obviously they're going to be doing a lot and they're going to have a lot of responsibilities. so you'd have to probably pay them $3,000, $4,000 a month. But your executive assistant would be your domain setups. Then you would have cold email copywriting. It would be done by you. And the reason why you are going to be doing this, because you don't have to take on new clients at all times. You only need like 5 clients to make a lot of money. Then your campaign management would be done by your executive assistant. Inbox management could be done by an inbox manager for $1,000 a month, or you could have your executive assistant do it in the beginning when they're not as busy. So your EA could also be doing it. And then you would have your sales calls, because you don't need to do that many sales calls. And the same goes with onboarding, because you're going to be the expert who is the expert at making money for these companies. The onboarding is done by you. Then when we go into fulfillment, for example, let's say you are like really good at delivering results for these companies, you'll probably be doing some VSLs and funnels, maybe be doing some media buying. And when you learn cold email and when you get good results with cold email to a company, like media buying is fairly easy. So it wouldn't take more than maybe 20-30 minutes of your day. Your domain setups would be done by your executive assistant, cold email copywriting done by you, lead scraping done by the lead scraper. Could it also be done by the executive assistant, so you could make it even cheaper. Inbox management would be done by your inbox manager, campaign management, executive assistant, strategy, account management. You could do some CRM build outs. We have seen that this is a really good service to offer. A lot of companies have a lot of issues with their sales. So you could have your EA do this, really simple and easy task to train, do them sales training. You could help them with automations. Then on your operations, once again, very simple, hiring and training. You don't really need to do this a lot because you only will have a few team members, can be done by you. Systems and automations, there's not going to be that much going on in your business, so it can be done by you. An accountant is going to cost you like $200 a month because you won't have that much going on in terms of just invoices going in and out. And then your EA would work with the accountant to do your accounting. And then for business development, your marketing operations, so sales letters and web dev, done by you. Product optimization, obviously done by you because you're the expert, and the strategy of the business done by you. So as you can see, there's a lot of these yellow boxes compared to here. Like here, you're only on one box, but you're making $14,000 a month. On this example, we have 25 clients. And on this example, you have like 5 clients and you're doing the same amount of revenue. You're charging every single client $10,000 a month. So pretty much the financials here, what it looks like is if you are doing $50,000 a month, your team costs are going to be $4,700 a month. And your biggest expense is going to be your executive assistant because you only have 5 clients. So your software and client specific costs are going to be just low. If this was the scenario, your profit would be $42,800 before taxes. So as you can see in this model, you're making like 3 times the money than in here. Obviously you're working more, but because you have 5 clients, you're not really working that much. Maybe like 30 hours compared to 5 hours. If you're like young and eager to learn and becoming a really great marketer and just make a lot of money, that's what you have to do anyway. This will take you 3, 4, 5, 6 years to build. This will only take you 6 months to build. This is not going to be for everyone. This is going to be for the people who only want to really build one business in their lives. Your goal isn't to make multiple millions of dollars. If that's the case, then this model is for you. If you're like, yeah, I just want to make one business that pays me for my living and I want to travel and live a nice life and spend time with my family. If you don't have these crazy huge goals and you don't want to become like an absolute Chad marketer and you just want to like spend time chilling and hanging around, then this is the model that you want to go for. Obviously realize that it's going to take you years to build this. If you're just a rammer, you know that, okay, I have big dreams, I have big goals, I want the Lambos, I want the mansions, I want the nice Rolexes, I just want to work and become really good, then this is the case. With this model, you're going to be making more money, way faster, less headaches, and you're going to build a really amazing skill set as a marketer and as a salesperson. Also, you're going to get really good case studies. If you want to build this into a crazy multi-million-dollar business, you're going to have all the skills to do so. I would 100% recommend that you actually sit down and think about what are your goals. Do you want to make millions and become a really Chad marketer and a rammer, or do you just want to go into like a half retirement and just build like a one business and you don't really care about the millions and the crazy success? As a side note, I would recommend you to check out agencyvelocity.io because that's our business where we help people build these B2B lead generation agencies and transform them into these expert leverage businesses where they just can make a crazy amount of money. For example, we just helped one of our clients, Wyatt Beamer, go from $0 to $75,000 a month in 9 months by working with 2 clients. And he only works like 3 hours, maybe a day max. We have done it with a bunch of people. We have a bunch of crazy case studies. If that's something that interests you, go ahead and book a call with us. We have a fairly strict qualification process, but it never hurts to try because if you get in, I guarantee you that you're gonna go to $10,000 a month and beyond in just a few months. And if you enjoyed this video, please drop me a like. And if you have enjoyed multiple of my videos, I would love a subscribe on the channel because it just boosts my ego because I'm an egomaniac. Thank you for everything. Take care. Bye.